MagicLands has always been about truth-telling and the spirit of the land and its people before, during and after colonisation in southern Australia from early 1800s. Part one of the series is Murrups Call, and that's based on the remarkable survival stories of William Buckley, a British convict, and his Wadawurrung wife, Purranmurnin Tullawurnin. She was from the Buninyong People near Ballarat. In 1803, Buckley escaped the penal settlements that the British Crown were trying to set up at Sullivan's Bay, and he ends up living with the Wadawurrung People for 32 years, and it's during this time that he meets Purranmurnin. She's on the run from her family after refusing to marry a man from another tribe and follow the law of the land, and she follows the spirit of the land. She ends up near Torquay, and that's where she meets Buckley, and they instantly fall in love, and they spend many seasons together, and until suddenly their lives are torn apart when Buckley's convict past sort of comes back to haunt him. And in 1835, white settlers, the British government, and ships full of sheep arrive and invade Indigenous land and intimidate families off their land that they've been on for thousands and thousands of years. And it's not easy to stay alive, and especially, in particular for Purranmurnin and Indigenous woman, and also Buckley, a convict. And the world's changed after 32 years, living with the Indigenous people, and Buckley struggles to adapt back to the world, and he becomes interpreter for the John Batman and his family, and also the British government in early Melbourne, and all characters, all people, and during that time, it's not easy to survive, especially when people walking around with guns every day and spears and weapons, and there's always conflict, and a silent war sort of erupts along the frontier.